More on this, Sunil, take us through what is it that the BJP is accusing the Congress of, and the Congress hitting back and saying this is nothing but a witch hunt.
So there is a war of words that has started. Mr. Ravi Shankar Prasad's press conference, and I have with me Supriya Srinithe, who's been an old colleague and now, of course, a Congress leader. What's your response to what Ravi Shankar Prasad is saying?
The reality is that people like Ravi Shankar Prasad and his ilk have been saying the same thing for the last 11 years. You've been in government. You had to wait till the 365th day to file a charge sheet. That tells the moral, the intellectual and the legal bankruptcy of this government. This is a 12-year-old case. If you really had proof, if you really had a lot of ammunition on your end, you would have proceeded in this case. The reality is that you have leveled charges of money laundering in a case where not a single penny has exchanged hands, not a single asset has been transferred, no ownership has been transferred. The reality is that Young Indian is a not-for-profit Section 25 company under the Companies Act. It cannot give to its shareholder a single penny in dividend, in profit, or for that matter in salary. Where do people stand to gain? The fact that Ravi Shankar Prasad is leveling charges of some property, they have been saying this for a while. This is what their troll army does. This is what their ministers do. This is what somebody like who's a legal person like Ravi Shankar Prasad is doing. Your IT department has assessed AJL's properties at 359 crore rupees. Who's speaking the truth? Somebody who's lying in a press conference or the income tax department? This is nothing but vendetta politics. It will meet its logical end in the courtrooms. But I do want to say very emphatically here that this is a distraction tool. This shows Mr. Modi is extremely scared of the kind of politics Mr. Gandhi is doing, about the issues that he is raising, or about the kind of things that he is saying as far as rights of minorities, marginalized are concerned, or for that matter, the big failures of this government. And prominent amongst those are unemployment and price rise.
You feel this is a distraction and not,
This is vendetta politics at its worst, something that Mr. Modi has been known for. The Enforcement Directorate could well be a frontal of the BJP. You've been in government for 11 years, 95% cases filed by ED have been against India's opposition, particularly the Congress party. If people join you, very well, all those cases go away. But this is the Congress. It is not scared of you. It will fight you tooth and nail, and it will expose all your failures. So you do that and a lot more.
So here you have it. That's the response from the Congress party. Of course, the leaders now have started emerging here. There are a little bit more crowd than what it was the last time round. But definitely, in terms of a protest, it is still being found wanting, because the Delhi unit of the Congress party is completely marginalized. It's still not been able to muster that crowd. But be that as it may, they continue to protest outside the Congress headquarters. Let's wait and see how they take this forward. There will be a press conference by Mr. Singhvi, the Gandhi's lawyers, a little bit later in the day.
Because Supriya Srinithe there, talking to you, raising many questions in regard to this investigation. But of course, the silence of Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi is being questioned by the BJP, and it was BJP leader Ravi Shankar Prasad slamming both the mother and son over this, saying that the law is basically taking its course, and why are they really crying vendetta while calling this the Gandhi model of development?
Well, in fact, the Gandhis haven't kept quiet. They have been responding. They have been saying this right from the time when this case was taken up, that it was definitely political vendetta. That's been the Congress's position. They knew that it's going to take a long time. But as you're well aware, these are long drawn-out cases. And definitely the war of words between the BJP and the Congress will continue. Another reason for the Congress to continue to protest across the country. We'll have to wait and see whether this will actually help them revive the organization or put a strain on it.
Right, of course, while the BJP is also questioning the failure of the National Herald, saying that it had the protection of the Gandhi family, alleging that it was just, means to accumulate property.
That's right. So yeah, as has been pointed out, the clear case here is that you have to take into account 2-3 factors. The property case with the National Herald.
Sunil, just hold that thought. We need to cut across to another member, of course, is Priyanka Gandhi, who's going to drop off her husband. Robert Vadra to the ED office. So Robert Vadra has reached the ED office for the second day of questioning in that land scam case. We're talking about this particular land of 3.5 acres that was bought by the company of Robert Vadra, and then that land that was bought for 7.5 crore was finally sold at 58 crore rupees to the real estate giant DLF. Now, there are many questions that are being raised, and of course, Robert Vadra has been saying that this is a case which dates back to 20 years. He has all kind of information that he's been providing to the Enforcement Directorate. All the papers are in order. He's ready to face any sort of questioning. This is a witch hunt, similar to what was said yesterday. And of course, yesterday we did see him, walking it to the ED office. Today, his wife, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, has come to drop him off to the ED office. Questioning is going to begin very, very soon. Do remember that he was grilled for about 6 hours yesterday by the Enforcement Directorate. And we heard him while he was walking to the office of the Enforcement Directorate from the Khan Market area in the national capital. He said that, he has been available for questioning. He is going to be providing all kind of information. This is nothing but a tactic to harass him because of his closeness to the Gandhi family. And of course, saying that these central agencies are basically a tool, that are being used by the central government. We have Aishwarya joining us. Aishwarya, take us through the details, that you perhaps have of day one of questioning. We do know that he was grilled for about 6 hours, and then, the ED had demanded that he come back today. And today we did see that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra accompanying him in order to drop him off at the office of the Enforcement Directorate. Visuals on your screen right now playing Priyanka Gandhi there right outside the ED office, saying bye to her husband there. You can see Robert Vadra all smiles before going in for questioning.
Well, that's right. In the visuals, you can see Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, Member of Parliament from Wayanad, from the Congress Party, accompanying her husband Robert Vadra at the Enforcement Directorate headquarters. She came along with Robert Vadra to the ED headquarters. This is the second day of questioning for Robert Vadra in a case pertaining to Gurugram, where according to Enforcement Directorate, it's a fit case for money laundering. Robert Vadra's company, according to Enforcement Directorate, has alleged that Skylight Hospitality had purchased 3.5 acres of land worth rupees 7.5 crores, and then they, after getting the commercial license, they sold it to 58 crores rupees to the DLF. And it is at that point of time when Congress government was in regime. Yesterday, it was Robert Vadra who also arrived and was grilled for almost 6 hours. Lunch break was given in between, and then the questioning continued. It was Robert Vadra yesterday who alleged that it's a political witch hunt because he's thinking of coming into the politics, and the government is misusing these agencies. Again, it was for the second straight day the Enforcement Directorate asked him to appear before the ED officials, and he arrived alongside with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, who's a Member of Parliament for the Congress Party from Wayanad, send him off to the Enforcement Directorate. She can be seen in the visuals as well as Robert Vadra enters the Enforcement Directorate headquarters. Remember, it was on April 8th when the first summon was served in this particular case by the Enforcement Directorate to Robert Vadra, and at that point of time he skipped that summons, stating that he had some personal work, and due to that he won't be able to appear before the Enforcement Directorate. And then again notice was served, a summon was given to him, to which yesterday he marched with his supporters to the Enforcement Directorate headquarters yesterday at 11 a.m. when he arrived at the ED. And today as well he came to the Enforcement Directorate, but this time alongside with Priyanka Gandhi, a messaging from the Congress Party that the entire Gandhi family is united together in this particular case, which has been lodged by the Enforcement Directorate. And of course, on the other side, we are also witnessing how the Enforcement Directorate had went ahead and submitted a charge sheet in the National Herald case as well. So Gandhi family clearly portraying that they are united, and therefore the reason perhaps Priyanka Gandhi Vadra.
Right, the timing of this simultaneously, the ED there questioning Robert Vadra, the son-in-law of Sonia Gandhi, the brother-in-law of Rahul Gandhi, and on the other side now a charge sheet has been filed by the Enforcement Directorate against Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi in the National Herald case. But take us through the kind of message that this is putting out. Yesterday he took to the streets of Delhi, he walked it to the office. Today he's been accompanied by his wife. Take us through the theatrics that are playing out here before reaching the ED office.
Well, it's the ED heat on the Gandhi family, and yesterday it was in the evening that Enforcement Directorate filed a charge sheet in the National Herald case where Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi was named as an accused alongside with Sam Pitroda, and it is the entire Congress party who stated that the entire Gandhi family is united. The Congress party is together with the Gandhi family, and that's the messaging that they wanted to send across as far as Robert Vadra's case here is concerned as well. When Enforcement Directorate summoned him yesterday, he arrived with his supporters at the ED headquarters. Today, he's accompanied by Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, his wife, and there you can see still Priyanka Gandhi Vadra waiting outside the ED headquarters in her car, and it is Robert Vadra who had went inside with his lawyers for the second day of grilling. So certainly that's a messaging that the Congress party wanted to send across. Remember, it is today the entire Congress unit who had called in for a protest in the national capital and also across the country. The Congress party clearly calling it as a political vendetta, and the supporters have gathered at the AICC headquarters as well. And on the other side, messaging from these visuals are very clear. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra accompanying Robert Vadra to the Enforcement Directorate headquarters. Today as well, the sources have clearly told us from the Enforcement Directorate that it would be long hours of questioning till the evening, whether there would be any arrest that would be made in this particular case as far as Enforcement Directorate is concerned is something that remains to be seen, but it is a fit case of money laundering is what Enforcement Directorate time and again had told us as far as this entire money laundering probe is concerned. And it is the Gandhi family who wanted to showcase that they are united together. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra now reaching at the ED headquarters alongside with Robert Vadra, and very soon she will be leaving from the Enforcement Directorate. Whether she will be uttering any word here or will be speaking to the media is something that remains to be seen.
The ED turning up its heat when it comes to the Gandhi family, not sparing Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's husband or her brother or her mother. So, of course, we also have, these protests that you were talking about that are taking place in the national capital. Nationwide protest that has been called by the Congress party in order to protest against the charge sheeting of Rahul Gandhi and his mother Sonia Gandhi in the money laundering case linked to the National Herald. The Congress has slammed the move as a politically motivated witch hunt, while the BJP has labelled it as a Gandhi model of development. The Congress has accused the BJP of engaging in vendetta politics, prompting nationwide protests by the party. Meanwhile, the BJP has questioned the silence of the Gandhis in response to the charges. So, of course, we did hear Ravi Shankar Prasad, questioning as to why is it that the law can't take its course? Why is it that, questioning in regard to this particular case, saying that the law is taking its course, asking why are they crying vendetta, calling this a Gandhi model of development. We have Sunil Prabhu joining us from right outside, where the protest is taking place. Sunil, take us through what's really happening. It's not just the Congress leaders who are taking to the streets in order to, echo this, similar sentiments, saying that this is nothing but the central agencies that are being used by the central government against the Gandhis.
Yeah, be that as it may, the fact is that there are a lot of leaders who have come here, a lot of workers who have congregated here at the Congress headquarters to show their solidarity with Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi. नरेश जी, भाजपा बोल रहा है कि ये गांधी मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट है कि ऐसा ही पैसा बनाने के लिए और ये ट्रांसफर करने के लिए, आपका क्या व्यू पॉइंट है?
देश आज़ाद कराने के लिए जब मोतीलाल नेहरू जी ने अपना सारा दान कर दिया, तब ये आरएसएस के लोग कहाँ थे? आज अहमदाबाद में राहुल गांधी ने ललकारा, उनकी मांद में घुस के कहा कि ये दो आदमियों की सरकार नहीं चलेगी, तो चार्ज शीट के पीछे छिपते हैं। कांग्रेस पार्टी ने अंग्रेजों को भगाया था और इनको भी भगाएंगे, ये हमारा कहना है। हम डरने वाले लोग नहीं हैं। कांग्रेस का जो डीएनए है वो इंसाफ दिलाता है और इंसाफ दिलाते हैं और बर्दाश्त नहीं करते किसी की बदतमीजी।
और यहाँ पे आप तो क्राउड ही नहीं है, आप बहुत कम लोग आए हैं आज।
1.25 लाख से एक लड़ाऊं तय गोविंद सिंह नाम खिलाऊं, ये हमारे डीएनए में है। एक एक आदमी 1.25 लाख के बराबर है। हमारी संख्या पे मत जाइए, हमारी इच्छा शक्ति और उस पे कमिटमेंट पे जाइए, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ।
आप नहीं मानता है कि कांग्रेस का आजकल गांधी का इन्फ्लुएंस बहुत कम हो गया यहाँ पे?
ये जो लोग कह रहे थे कि गांधी का इन्फ्लुएंस कम हो गया, 100 मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट कहाँ से आ गए? ये कांग्रेस पार्टी 135 साल पुरानी पार्टी है जो ना अंग्रेजों से डरी है और ना इनसे डरेगी, ये मैं कहना चाहता हूँ।
So here you have it. I mean, the Congress trying to put up a brave front, but definitely at the AICC headquarters, the protests are there, but muted. It's not in great strength, and it's definitely a cause of concern for the Congress party. If they want to actually revive the party at the district level or at the state level, they have a long road ahead. The fact that they have called for this flash protest, or at least in 12 hours notice, is taking a long time for the Congress party to go forward. But definitely this is going to be a long, retracted legal case. We have Mr. Singhvi also, who will be speaking out today. But definitely for the Congress party, there is definitely a long road, as I keep saying, because of the fact that they haven't been able to get their own house in order. And if it is a sign of a decline of the Gandhi's influence across the party, or their waning influence in being able to muster crowds, unlike the previous times when they were, taken to Patiala House Court. This time round, ahead of the 25th hearing, the Congress deciding to hold a protest across the country. But here in the city of Delhi, at the AICC headquarters, it's still extremely muted and not much of a crowd.
Right, Sunil, of course, the Congress, they're saying that the ED has an abysmal conviction rate, and that is the defense that they are taking in this particular case as well.
Well, that's been, a standard position of the Congress party, and in fact, these are statistics which you can't actually deny. The fact is that the ED has had a very low conviction rate, and that's been seen in terms of, nearly 95% of it is against opposition parties. They haven't been able to really get any convictions at all, and so there is definitely a lot of question mark on the Enforcement Directorate, and it's been used as alleged by the opposition, and they've even gone to the Supreme Court to get a carte blanche, kind of exchange. But so it's definitely not something that you can take it forward at this stage. So we'll have to wait and see how things proceed. But definitely a long road for the Congress vis-a-vis the ED. You can attack the ED, but even then, the Enforcement Directorate is continuing with the AGL case and the Young India, and it's going to take a long time.
Right, of course, that protest is gaining momentum, as we can see visuals on our screen of pushing taking place of those that area that's been barricaded. We also have Aishwarya joining us. Aishwarya, of course, we heard the BJP say that this is the corporate conspiracy. This is a conspiracy for the Gandhi family, and that is what is really being said. Of course, Ravi Shankar Prasad coming down heavily on the family, saying that they've been remaining silent on this. But we did hear Sunil Prabhu say that they have been speaking up on the matter, and they have been maintaining this is a witch hunt, and the court will finally give them justice.
Well, certainly Bharatiya Janata Party lashing out at Congress over the entire National Herald case. It is Ravi Shankar Prasad, senior leader and former law minister, hitting out at the Congress, stating that it was that newspaper which turned into a private firm and an ATM for the Congress party. This newspaper was established to make more funds and to gain funds from the government out there. And this has nothing to do with journalism. It's something that Ravi Shankar Prasad clearly stated. But this is the Enforcement Directorate office right here, which had yesterday the officials of the ED filed a charge sheet against the Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and several others in connection with the National Herald money laundering case, and the Congress announced a nationwide protest outside the ED offices. Amid the heavy security, the protest is not being allowed. It is also Ravi Shankar Prasad who stated that this isn't just a case of protest, it's a cover-up by the Congress party. They have every right to protest, but they have no right to misappropriate government properties and give them to National Herald. It is also Ravi Shankar Prasad who launched a detailed attack attacking the Congress party for conspiring and misappropriating of funds. Ravi Shankar Prasad went on to say that the Congress party should answer. Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi should answer, who had almost 76% of the shares in the company that was formed, and why there was entire funding that was given. The Congress party has its own defense, and they are protesting throughout the country. Today it is, of course, the protest that we are witnessing at the AICC headquarters, but on the other side, the government has firm. All eyes would be on April 25th when there would be the charges that would be framed as far as the cognizance in the court is concerned.
We did hear. Let's just also now cut across back to Sunil, who's joining us from outside the Congress headquarters. Sunil, take us through what's happening there at the moment.
I've joined by Sachin Pilot. What is your response to what is happening and how do you see
The
it?
whole world knows that the agencies and the state power is being used to target the opposition. On this particular case, there are no transactions, there is no exchange of money or land or monetary benefits to anybody. It's a non-profit entity started decades ago by the Congress leadership. So to target the family, Mrs. Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, specifically is just to demoralize the public and the cadre. The Congress party is committed to fighting it out legally. I have full faith in the Indian judiciary. Like in Mr. Rahul Gandhi's case, ultimately the defamation case was heard in the Supreme Court, justice was done. Even in this case, we have full faith in the judiciary, but the intention, the timing, the actions of the Government of India agencies are very questionable, only targeting the Congress and the opposition. It begs the question that why don't you answer the topical questions of the day? The US tariffs, unemployment, all the questions of Government of India, no answers except attacking the opposition. That's the main time pass of the BJP government. But we'll fight it out on the streets as well as in the courts.
Time is, of course, going to be the long factor. You'll ultimately, as you said, it's going to take a long, drawn-out battle in the court. So how are you going to, this is going to be a political case. How do you take this forward from there?
It's a purely political case. The whole world knows it. But I'm absolutely confident in the jurisprudence of this country. We will get justice. But these are all tactics to slow down the momentum against the BJP. And Mr. Gandhi is leading from the front. Mrs. Gandhi's political track record is there for everyone to see. So I think it's unfair to target just the opposition. That's what the BJP does best. But I'm absolutely sure that truth will prevail, justice will prevail, सत्यमेव जयते होगा और हम लोग संघर्ष करते रहेंगे इस प्रकार की कार्रवाई के खिलाफ.
Some will say for the Congress party, this is definitely an awakening movement. For some will say that they haven't been able to get, and you haven't got your organization across. You're trying to do the districts, revive it, but
last
this is
year,
still wrong.
the June 2004 Lok Sabha verdict, 400 par they were claiming, 242 they got, 50 became 100.
But
India
after,
Alliance.
But after that, you lost all the states.
Arey Baba, India Alliance is 232, NDS 290. The difference is minuscule today. I think it has rattled some people, and they're trying to make sure that the Congress party is not able to work. They seized our bank account before elections. So the actions of the agencies are very clear. I have faith in the judiciary, but this is a political case. We'll fight it out both ways.
We'll fight it out. That's the point that Sachin Pilot is making as the crowds continue to come across here at the Congress headquarters to make a political point about how things proceed. So definitely here, as Sachin says, it's a political case for the Congress. Even though it's a long road, they are refusing to say at this present juncture that they have to get their own house in order if they have to take on the Narendra Modi BJP-led government.
Right, of course, Sunil, thank you for getting us that reaction from Sachin Pilot, who's gone on to say that this was to target the family in order to demoralize the cadre and the people, while the Congress party has full faith in the judiciary and the justice will finally be served, only targeting the Congress. And Sachin Pilot raising that the opposition is not really answering the questions that the Congress party or the opposition raises in regard to unemployment and other issues plaguing the country, but instead of answering those questions is using the central agencies as a tool against the Congress party and the opposition. Well, also let's just listen into what the BJP really had to say, saying that of course the Congress has the right to protest but does not have the right to misappropriate government properties. Let's listen into Ravi Shankar Prasad.
इस देश को सीखना चाहिए कि ये जो गांधी मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट है, इसलिए मैं इसको गांधी मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट कह रहा हूं. गांधी जी नहीं, गांधी मॉडल ऑफ डेवलपमेंट. बी वेरी क्लियर अबाउट इट. क्या सवाल पूछते हैं ये लोग, परिवार के लोग? भ्रष्टाचार का इनका पूरा आचरण, शेयर की हेराफेरी करो, संपत्ति बनाओ, और ये सारी संपत्ति सरकार के द्वारा दी हुई थी। कि सोनिया जी, राहुल गांधी बेल पर हैं, इन्होंने पूरी कार्रवाई को क्वाश करने के लिए हाई कोर्ट, सुप्रीम कोर्ट का दरवाजा खटखटाया और कोई राहत नहीं मिली। सिर्फ यही राहत मिली कि आप पर्सनली कोर्ट में अपीयर नहीं होइएगा, यू विल अपीयर थ्रू लॉयर। Today there are so many news channels in the country, so many newspapers in the country. All of them have picked up business and readership. A newspaper which has the protection, promotion and patronage of the entire Congress party and their government, why it could not at all flourish as a newspaper? The reply is very simple. It was after independence least to be used as a proper newspaper, more as a forum to collect advertisement and also ensure big property by government corporations.